I wonder how it is for a blind person. Probably one of the great virtues they have is they trust in others because they can't see. Well, here there's the mess going on. I think it's the volunteers. And Father Timothy is here back visiting. Mass at sunrise. And today we have the cure of a blind man. He says, I see people walking like trees so clearly. The discovery of sight. A whole world opens up. And we take it for granted that we can see. We can see the beauty of the sunrise. And the beauty of a face, of a child's face. Yesterday I had the privilege of concelebrating Mass with a group of over 100 Irish pilgrims here at Dukin Altum. And the priest who gave a splendid homily about love, I want to share with you because it was so good. And he talked about this guy, Jared, whom he knew since I think he was a kid, you know. They were good friends. And Jared grew up to be a great guy. And he got a good job and he got married to a very good person. And then their first child arrived. And Jared was totally fascinated. He was like overwhelmed with surprise that God had given him this child. And months later, his wife told the priest who spoke yesterday that sometimes she'd wake up during the nighttime and she'd notice that Jared wasn't in the bed. And then she realized that he was actually up, sitting over at the end of the bed beside the little cot where the baby was. And he was just gazing and contemplating at the baby, so overwhelmed with love and with joy for his little child. I think it was a baby girl. I also remember my brother on that occasion when I was at home first, and maybe I don't think it was the first child, it was maybe even the second or third child. And the child was asleep at night time, and maybe 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening. And he wanted me the first thing, as soon as I came into the house from the Holy Land, he wanted me to see the new baby, of course. And the child was asleep. And I forget the very concrete words, but what I really cherish and remember is the love and affection my brother had for this little baby. And it was, so tender to hear the dad of the child expressing emotions about what he was feeling watching the little baby, you know. So yesterday in the homily, then the priest went on from there to mention that this love that parents have for their little baby is just a fraction, a shadow of the love God has for every one of us. Just a shadow. Like the reflection here on the lake from the sun is just a reflection, just that. a reflection. It's not that light on the lake won't warm you up, you know. On the other hand, the chlorophyll in the trees is able to pick up that light and turn it into food energy for us, which is also a marvel. Oh, they've cut the grass for the first time here now. Could need another run here. That shows the growth is coming. So, and then there was a third step in the homily yesterday. So the first step was the dad, Jared, looking at his little baby and the love that a dad has for his child. And then the second point was how that love is just a reflection of God's love. And then the third point was really beautiful as well. It was how when Jesus was in Nazareth, 30 years, he was soaking in that love. He was looking up with such delight to his Father in heaven. He also saw that love, obviously, reflected in Joseph. That wasn't the point of the homily yesterday, as Joseph would have been such an incredible dad with the baby Jesus. And when he came to the Sea of Galilee, in his ministry, that's what he wanted to teach us, the love of the Father. Hey, they can't be this big. These can't be the little ones. What's going on? Oh no, we did have 3 big ones before, didn't we? And here are the 2 young ones. Because we used to have 3 before, and now we have 3 back again. Or, one second, am I confused? There's one over there that's very big, but it can't be the child. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. So that one is growing very fast if that's the third one, the one over there further away from us. If we got them over together, maybe we can see that they're almost the same. That might be just... Yeah, I think they are the same. So they're really growing, aren't they? The other one's over here, just a little bit curious what's going on with me. If she come over a little faster, we could get a family picture. So the big message Jesus has when he comes here to the Sea of Galilee is how much the Father loves us. He's revealing that love that he has experienced. And this priest went on as well earlier on in the homily when he was talking about the love of children to parents, and he is an uncle of, I think, 13 nieces and nephews. And he said that when they come up with their arms out open, they just open them so wide to embrace you, to show how much they love you, they want to be with you. I was very struck by the homily, I must say. And I was thinking today of Jesus with this blind man, curing him with such detail and delicacy and taking him outside the village. Here in Galilee, in Bethsaida, across the water. That's where it was, I think. That's where it is, right? In chapter 8 of Mark's Gospel. And there he is taking out the blind man. So he does discreetly and heals him. It's just marvelous. Oops, I don't have a connection here. I want to go into the text, but let's see if I can get a connection from my... Yes, we got it. Lovely. I got a connection off the phone, so I can get back to the text. I had it on recording mode. Yes, he took the blind man by the hand and led him outside the village. Putting spittle on his eyes, he laid his hands on the man. So there are different actions to take him outside the village. So he was not the object of spectacle for the people. And then he rubbed his eyes and laid hands on him. Oftentimes people come and they want us to lay a hand on them, on their head, on their shoulder. It's what people do also when somebody is sad. Lay a hand on their shoulder. Then he laid hands on the man's eyes a second time and he saw clearly. His sight was restored and he could see everything distinctly. To see everything distinctly, every little shell, every little form, every colour. The gift of sight. Today we have the end of the flood and the dove coming. Oops, sorry, I want to catch water for you here that's flowing out from the ground. Look at that. That's coming out from here. That's why all this lush growth is here, because it had water early. And it's coming out where the reeds are, also another sign for water. And that sign of peace, the dove coming back with the olive branch to the ark. And the Father's love revealed. It takes a long time for us to learn that God loves us. A long time for humanity. We are so subjective, we become so accusatory, we become so doubting, we're so hesitating to believe that God loves us. And that revelation of love, that a father has discovering his little child being a reflection of God's love, I think that's great leverage for us to open our mind, to prompt us to. We need a kind of incentives, we need helps, we need leverage to overcome that resistance to the fact that God is love. And never again the flood. God never wanted to destroy humanity. He created us with such love, but the human being has a hard time grasping that, and we see that struggle all through scriptures. May each of us grow today a little bit more in understanding God's love for us, how much we're loved, how much we are cared for by God, how many gifts we have, how beautiful gifts. What an extraordinary gift life is. God bless you today. See you later, alligators.